I'm like a kid on Christmas because it's not only opening day at the local bike park, but it rained all night, so it's gonna be amazing. I'm the first one up. Everybody's sleeping. I gotta wake these people up. Let's go. It's opening day here at Tamarack Resort in Idaho. It's beautiful. The dirt's perfect. Couldn't ask for a better day. So we're going through a few things for bike park setup. If you only have one bike like me, you got to get that bike dialed in, make some tweaks so it's working good for you at the bike park. So let's talk about a few of those, huh? Let's do some laps first. So if you're heading out to a bike park, the first thing you should do is probably stiffen up your suspension a little. You're gonna be riding mostly downhill or entirely downhill, so you wanna have your suspension a little bit stiffer. Just add some air pressure to your fork and your shock and test it out. Kind of like your suspension, you're going to be hitting things so hard at a bike park that you want to have a little bit more pressure in your tires, or you might even want a heavier duty tire to handle those bigger bumps, sharper rocks, all those things you're going to be smashing into. One thing that's super important if you're going to a bike park is to wear proper protection. So knee pads, full face helmet, gloves, elbow pads if you want them, long sleeve jersey. Wear protection so that if you crash, which is probably gonna happen, it doesn't hurt as bad. All the braking bumps in bike parks tend to wear out your hands really quickly, so I would highly recommend a pair of cushion grips. D80 makes the Super Cush grips. Those are phenomenal grips for just giving you a little extra padding if your hands tend to get a little bit sore. Some frames also have geometry adjustments, so if yours does have that, it's usually a little flip chip where your rear shock mounts. I would definitely suggest you go into the slacker setting so your bike's set up for more aggressive terrain. If you're on a shorter travel bike, like a cross country or a trail bike, your chain might tend to bounce off with a bunch of chatter at a bike park. So you might consider putting on a little top chain guide or even a bash guard underneath your chain ring, just for those bike park things that you're gonna be hitting. If you're going to bike parks fairly frequently, another thing you might consider is going to bigger brake rotors, especially if yours are smaller. They'll have it stamped on there like 160 or 180 millimeter. You'll probably want a 200 millimeter in the front, a 180 in the back, or something like that. If you feel like you're going to be going to bike parks very often, your brakes are just going to get way too hot if you have small rotors. So that's a few quick and easy little changes you can make to just have a better time when you're at a bike park this summer. So Get out there, have a good time. Let me know if I forgot anything. Drop me a note in the comments. Be sure to like this if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel so you see all of our content we've got coming up. Have a good one. See ya. All right, so tip number one, I don't know what tip number one is.